Welcome to Instant Anime.
Just add music.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Are you there, Sarah?
I'm here. Are you there, Jimmy?
I'm here.
Whew.
It's cold.
It is.
It's
Do you
dark.
feel the chill
Oh,
of Spooktober?
Spooktober is upon us. In this here podcast, Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah. Hi.
Hey. We're here today to give you more anime, but this time is spooky.
Ooh.
So if this is your first time listening to the podcast,
You chose a good one.
this is Instant Anime. We turn music into anime for your ears, but specifically, we've listened to a song and we make it an anime.
Yeah.
So,
if it was the theme song, what anime would it be?
what anime would it be? Specifically, spooky, murderous, maybe.
Spooky edition.
Who could say? Just spook yourself. You're spooky, and it's scary and horror.
Skeleton?
I guess spooky, scary skeletons. So, but we've listened to the song ILY, which of course stands for I Love You, by The Rose, and that is the song we've picked today to be our spooky anime. And Sarah and I wrote for 5 spooky minutes, just trying to scare ourselves to the best of our abilities. And then we're like, okay, this is our individual animes. We're here. We're going to share them on the show. And then after we've shared them, we combine them into a mega anime spooky edition.
Yeah.
'Cause
Spooktober.
That's the whole month. Well, every episode this month in October should have a little spooky theme to it. Because we can do spooky episodes whenever we want. But this one,
we force it.
We try and force the song to be spookier as well. And again, ILY by The Rose. It's not the spookiest song.
But there's a part.
There's
and
about a
you will
minute and a
hear
half
it.
of this song if you listen to it, which we recommend.
Yes.
If you get that vibe, just know that's the vibe we got. And it's
we
creepy.
We were spooked.
We were spooked. This has been on our list for a while, but October only rolls around so often.
Yeah. Something like once a year.
So we don't have many options or, times to look at these songs because we have them on a separate.
They are.
We try and leave them out of
They're too
the
spooky.
regular rotation because they just invoke spooky things for us. So we're going to combine them into the thing, and then we recommend you listen to the song I Love You by The Rose. We leave a link in the podcast description. If you can click it, then that's how you would listen to it. But again, you don't have to listen to it. It's just how we got that vibe.
Yeah. Play along at home.
But if you don't listen to it and you just understand that this is a spooky episode, then that
That's
works
probably
too.
fine too.
So we talk some more about stuff at the end of the episode, but for now, we'll just get going. So without further ado, should I share my spooky idea first?
I'm a little bit scared, but yeah.
Okay, well, don't be, okay?
Oh.
It's just writing on a page. Plus, it's the first spooky episode, so who knows how spooky
That's true.
we are.
See how distilled it ends up being.
Yes. So, for my idea, a couple falls in love. One, a vampire. The other, willing to be afflicted with vampirism to live forever with their true love.
Wow.
Now, since they are both vampires,
Oh, yeah. There you
it
go.
happened.
Congrats.
They exist as night creatures, stalking those without love and killing to satisfy their...
I'm sorry, they're only killing ones not in love?
Yes.
Wow.
They satisfy their bloodlust, and their bond of love and blood grows stronger. I don't know what that means, but it sounded
But it
fun.
sounded good.
However, one family is of the people. One family
Of the couple?
of the couple.
Okay.
One family, vampires, obviously. The other, a family of vampire/monster hunters.
Oh,
So,
no.
when they find out that their child has become a creature of the night, they lock them up in their villa to prevent them from feeding or seeing their loved one ever again.
Dang.
And then, I don't know, Romeo and Juliet happens or something.
Yeah. No, that last bit, the vampire versus vampire hunter, I just watched the Netflix show First Kill, and that's what it's about.
Oh, yeah, you did watch that.
I didn't love it, But that is what it's about. So
Yes.
rather than that, not to cut off your idea, I think mine would fit very well.
Okay. That is my idea.
Okay.
I didn't have a lot written down, but it was essentially Romeo and Juliet, but the two warring family factions are vampires feed vampire hunters, which is very much like that show.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the whole them feeding together and then being rescued from the vampire hunter family is like the most of the show instead of whatever the fuck was going on in that Netflix show.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. But I think your addition makes me happier with my idea because mine got dark. And I don't like when that happens, when I'm alone with my thoughts.
I just put a vampire in there and I'm like, spooky enough.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think ours will go together really well.
Let's hear your idea then.
Okay. So my idea for ILY, The Rose, is the ultimate love-hate relationship that never ends.
Relationships, we have it.
Okay. Our protagonist, in a fit of rage, accidentally kills their first love.
No.
Immediately filled with regret, they begin to study necromancy to bring back their first love.
Frankenstein.
It's successful. But was their first love always this rage-inducing?
Oh, no.
Again, they kill their love and are filled with regret, restarting the whole process again. But how long can this cycle go on? Will the resurrected love get tired of their lack of power and seek revenge?
A la vampire, Frankenstein.
I'm just saying, I like the idea of like, this is something that happened in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which, yes, they were witches, but they were killed, and then if they were buried in like the special dirt, they could resurrect themselves.
Okay.
So I'm thinking if the vampires in yours
Yes.
have that ability.
Of course. They're vampires.
I'm picturing, just going to go into my dual pitch here.
Let's hear it.
They fall in love. They say, oh, change me into a vampire. Okay, I'll do it. But then as they start doing all this stuff together, they start to get kind of fucking annoyed with each other.
Yeah.
And so it's like dead, but resurrected. And then the other one goes, well, I'm going to kill you and get even. And then they just keep doing that. And the
That's
part
good.
that I didn't mention in mine, which it was the part that I really hated.
You have to.
Was,
you wrote it down.
I didn't because I hated it that much. But
it was unspoken.
That the protagonist
Until now.
actually starts enjoying killing.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
And so it becomes less about love and more about I'm bringing you back just so I can kill you again because it's so
It's the only
enjoyable
thing
to me.
Feel.
And that was the part that I hated so much I didn't write it down.
It is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
It's the only time I feel is when I
Kill my first love.
feel the
Repeatedly.
life leaving your lungs or whatever.
Yeah. So I like the equality that yours would bring rather than just like, I'm going to keep
I
killing
do too.
you.
They both are these sort of eternal beings.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, I would hate to live with you forever.
So I'm picturing, because vampires live forever. First 500 years, fantastic.
Of course.
Something happens. And they start bickering.
Yes.
And the bickering becomes deadly.
Yes.
But they can't die, so they just keep popping back.
I think that would be amazing, yes. But it's not that they can't die. It's that a vampire wouldn't kill a vampire. And they're not gonna stake each other in the heart because they're like, well, that actually kills you.
Yeah. So
I think the escalation would be like them tipping off a local vampire hunter to be like, oh, this castle is infested.
Okay, so if we're doing that, that's got to bring them back together. You know?
Yes.
I was so mad,
Yes.
I told someone to kill you.
That's the happy ending.
Then I felt bad about it, so let's work together to kill them instead.
Yes.
Ta-da.
And that is like, you can assume another 500 years of happiness is after that sort of tiff, and they figured it out like, oh, I feel really bad about actually closely getting you almost killed by, hiring an actual
a
hunter.
team.
Yes.
Yeah, the trains to do this stuff.
Yes.
Whoops, my bad.
And they're like, oh, yeah, no, that's pretty messed up. You shouldn't have done that. Okay, well, we're immortal beings, so we should just, like, kill them, right? And then they, have a good time eviscerating a group of vampire hunters.
The other option is if the person who put out the hit is stupid, then the one that the hit is on can say, you live here too, dumbass. What did you think would happen?
I think it's a mix of both, right?
Okay.
Where they're like, well, that'll take care of this person. Oh, no. Oh,
That's me too.
I gave them my address.
No, what have I done?
Yes.
Cool.
It's very good.
I gotta go stay with my sister for a couple days. You
It's
don't.
like, no. You come back here. What did you do? How do we fix this?
So it's a sitcom.
Kind of, yes. But spooky and murder and all that stuff.
You've made mine much more lighthearted, and I appreciate that.
It's only the first Spooktober episode.
I
We
know.
can't go Halloween.
I know.
Can't go Halloween special on
I
Halloween.
don't like the scary ideas I come up with. I don't like them.
No, in the past, most Halloween episodes we've very much disliked.
Yeah.
Not as an episode. We're like, oh, this was fun. But then
It's
we
just
think
the
back and we're like,
content.
oh yeah, we had that well at the bottom of a house
Oh,
that like
God, with the
things crawled
children
out of.
and- yeah.
Didn't like that at all. We had the like what was it? The like midwife ghost who like
Yeah.
would see
I think
women while they
that's
were
the same
pregnant
one.
or whatever. No, that was different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, they're all locked in the scary
Creepy
box.
though. They're in the Halloween box that only opens once a year. Yes.
Yeah. I still think fondly back on the not too scary like couples counseling after
But
death.
that wasn't even Halloween. That was just
Spooktober, I know.
Reapers. No, I don't even know if it was.
I think it was.
Was it? Maybe.
I think so.
I don't know.
In any case, that one I think back fondly.
We had one that was like Dracula's house has a party or whatever.
That was good. That
That's
was
not
good.
spooky. And I think that ended up being the Halloween episode. So we don't keep track of any of this kind
Nah.
of shit. But yes, I think. Let's see. So we have the two vampires who one was not a vampire.
I think we can start with them being human and vampire.
Yes.
We've got the whole love story.
I think my idea is pretty much there.
Yes. I think your idea is the first bit.
Yes.
And then we jump
yours-
ahead like 500 years.
Yes. Because then it also allows the additional sort of, if we want to go back and see some of the good
yeah.
times, you can always replay the hits
Mm-hmm.
and all that kind of stuff. Because that would be their, not coping, but like
They've got
how they would
memory
recall
book
good memories.
things.
Yeah, they have their
Photo
journals.
albums,
Their
there we
many
go.
journals and photo albums, yes.
Once photos became available.
Yes. I am picturing their house, quote unquote, to be like a Dracula's castle sort of
100%.
on the hill
Yeah.
sort of situation.
Definitely.
Where it's like, oh
Very
yeah,
conspicuous.
vampires live up there.
Yeah. Everybody knows. We just leave them alone.
And all the vampire hunters are like sitting in a bar somewhere like, where are these darn vampires? Yeah. Because there is something satisfying about it being goofy and bad
Yes.
in that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's something I missed in mine, and I'm really glad you brought that.
Yes.
So thank you.
Because mine didn't have that originally anyways, but as soon as it merges with yours, I'm like, oh, well, like, there has to be
We gotta make this lighthearted.
something goofy. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have their whole sort of deal. And then the end is them coming back together and
And having to fight the
fighting
monster
the
hunters.
monster hunters and succeeding,
Yeah.
seemingly.
Yeah.
Because then essentially that would be like the end of a season. And you'd expect, oh, well, another 500 years and there will be another group of monster hunters. And they'll be at the same place where they want to kill each other. So at each other's throats kind of sounds like a title.
Yes, it does. Like
so
100%. Like you might have just done it.
But we are at title time, I believe.
I think so. I mean, it went together so well.
It did. It's another problem when we're so good at what we do.
Oh my god. What a problem to have.
When we're so good at combining our ideas into a mega anime
anime.
spooky edition.
Yes.
Yes. We are at title time.
We are.
At each other's throats.
And the title that we come up with is the title of the episode. So you know.
Yes.
You knew
Did
already.
we pick at each other's throats?
Where's this going?
I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
It's a hard one. It's spooky.
So you already know.
You do
And we
listen.
don't.
We don't. Did we pick that? Pause the episode.
We'll find out
Give us a ring on Twitter.
at Instant Anime Pod.
Yes, but let's do regular title
Yes. I mean,
finding.
it's hard to ignore vampire
Yes.
as a
think
category.
Vampires, night creature, vampire word,
Mm-hmm.
and then love word.
Yeah, okay.
All right, you want to do a vampire word first or a love word first?
I can start with the love.
I'll do a vampire word. 3, 2, 1. Fangs.
Smitten.
Kittens. Switcheroo. 3, 2, 1. Heart.
Bitten. Bitten and smitten.
That's great.
Smitten
I love
and
that.
bitten.
That's very cute.
Thank you.
My fangs came from our dear friend TAEMIN and his single Fangs of Love.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? Mm-hmm. To do a remix of that song with Spooky.
Yeah.
I like that.
If we can get him to do that, which, but if we can, they renew their vows.
Oh.
And it happens at, the wedding reception.
God, that'd be amazing. To have
vampire wedding.
have a TAEMIN cameo.
Well, yeah.
With a remixed Flame of Love as Fangs of Love. So good. Is it at each other's throats?
I mean, I really like that.
Is it colon at each other? Is it something like...
I mean, smitten and bitten, or bitten and smitten, I'm happy with, but I don't know if it's actual title material.
Is it bitten colon? No, I don't think so. I don't think it needs the other thing. I was trying to think of like a word,
Yeah, I mean...
Like fangs at each other's throat, but it just doesn't make any sense.
Like hunter, because we've got the
heart
hunting.
Hunters.
Yeah. I just like at each other's throats, honestly.
I do too.
I mean, adding something in front might make it a bit more anime. Can't deny that.
Yeah.
But
do we try? I can't think of the word though. Is the thing.
Yeah. I mean, heart hunters, I guess. But
heart hunters is kind of fun.
They're looking for people that don't have love.
Yes.
And the hunters are looking for them.
It doesn't really work. It's just
it's not 100%
it's sort of
there.
buzzwordy, but also a lot of anime titles are very buzzwordy.
Yeah.
Which you can't fault them for because that makes a good title.
Mm-hmm.
At each other's throats. Colon. No. Love Fang. Fang Heart. Fang Heart?
Not my favorite.
Fang Heart is nothing. It's literally absolute garbage. But it is something. It is actually two words smashed together to make Fang Heart. So bad. Fang Heart, Heart Hunter. It's like you could just throw it all in a blender and
100%.
it would still make an anime title. But that's not what we're here to do. Yeah. Look, if it gets re-workshopped,
there's always time
before it's released.
Yeah.
Next. How many releases have we missed?
A lot of them.
230 something.
Something like that.
Gosh. Well, it's okay. They're gonna put out another spooky anime just like ours next year. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Some studio. I don't know.
They got it.
That's the thing, though. Trigger, they just did the cyberpunk thing. I could see their style with the very, Little Witch Academia, like fun colors, and they do violence really artistically as well.
Which would work for us.
Which would work.
For our...
Because it would be like, I'm seeing the title sequence would be like them painting the floor, and then it like zooms out, and it's like a heart made of blood or whatever.
Aww.
And then something with like their hands reaching at each other's throats, and it does some sort of like...
This is almost getting James Bond.
Very James Bondy, yes. Well, that's the thing. The cyberpunk show had a sort of like silhouetted James Bondy. They used Franz Ferdinand.
That's right.
Which didn't make any sense, first of all.
The most cyberpunk ever.
Band and song from 2003.
Well, when it's a banger, it's a banger.
It's not a banger, though. It was This Fire. It's not fire.
I like that song.
It's not good for cyberpunk.
I mean, I'll give you that, but I like that song. Don't call that song not a banger.
It's fine. It's actually fine.
Someone else is going to be at each other's throats.
But yeah, I can see Trigger doing this one. I don't know. It's the only studio in my mind right now. And
okay.
I'm not going to have you studio fight me. That would be if we really knew our shit about anime.
We don't.
You would be like, oh, well, I think production id would be, like...
Yeah, no.
But no, we can't do that.
No, I cannot hold my own.
I only know because it was in the song,
I do feel like... I'm going to go back to the title for a second.
Okay.
I feel like Bitten and Smitten would be a great, TV movie.
Yes. Hallmark, almost.
Well, that might be a little too
But
wild
no,
for
like
them.
an anime Hallmark.
Yes.
The equivalent to anime Hallmark, where...
Yes.
It's lovey, it's dovey.
Because when you talked about the blood heart on the floor, zoom out and just in nice
bitten and smitten.
Yeah, and like
and then a
pretty
little
writing.
arrow comes through, but it's
Yeah.
like a crossbow bolt
Or
from the hunter.
a stake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good.
2 crossbow bolts to make like
Skull and
a
crossbones?
cross in the heart. I don't know. No, it makes a cross because vampires hate crosses.
Oh, see,
or
I was
whatever.
picturing the stake maybe was also a cross.
Oh.
Is that a thing?
I have no idea.
Eh.
I don't know.
But
Apparently you can even do it with like twigs. In some, I don't know.
to take down a vampire?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't trust Hammer Horror though. They're awful.
I don't know what that is.
It's just the old studio that made a bunch of Dracula films and they're all garbage.
Okay.
Because in the one he like picks up 2 sticks and he's like, "Hey, I got a cross," and then the vampires are like, "Oh no, a twiggy cross." Horrible.
Okay.
Actually,
So
garbage.
let's avoid that.
Yes.
But do we just want
Is it
at each other's
at
throats?
each other's throats? I can't think of another thing to fix it.
Unless we did bitten and smitten : at each other's throats.
But I don't want.
But that sounds like the TV movie of this show.
Yes. But I'd rather this be a series where you can delve into the sort of more macabre aspects of it, so that it's spooky instead of the TV movie, Bitten and Smitten,
Oh wait, I've got
featuring
an idea.
kittens.
It's gonna be the fan service episode. So it'll be kind of
WandaVision-y.
like exactly what I was thinking.
They put them in a
Kind of-
TV show.
So it's their story told in a TV.
100%.
Cool. So that'll be like right before the finale.
It'll be the
or
sort of meta
after.
episode where they are where it's all animated.
At
like
the
it's an
end,
old
they turn
show.
off the TV and they're sitting on the couch eating whatever popcorn equivalent vampires would have.
Not
I'm like,
garlic.
that was cute. All right, let's go to bed. Something like that.
Yeah.
But definitely not garlic. Okay, I'm pleased with this.
Yes.
So I think it should just be at each other's throats.
I think so too. It works.
It does.
It really works.
You nailed it.
I actually got it.
High five.
High five.
Woo! High five.
It came to me, you know? Sometimes it happens before the
yeah.
title time, which is bad for an episode that's shorter, but
Sure.
good for
Us
us,
in general.
just in general. But either way, I think that's going to do it
I think so.
for this episode.
Of the first
Spooktober.
Spooktober.
Christening 2022.
Woo!
Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
Thank you
Or
so
am
much.
I Scara?
Am I Scary Jimmy?
Sorry, I should have given you time to workshop this.
I was like, you got one locked and loaded.
It was
And
what I
I'm
was
stuck with, I'm a spooky boy.
It was my Twitter, what I changed it to last year. I should do
yes.
that again.
Yes, if I used Twitter.
Yeah,
I
we
got to
do.
update Grimston Anislay
Yep.
from
Somebody gave us that.
We're Not Wizards.
I think it was.
I think perfectly nailed it.
Yeah.
Got it in one.
We got to do that. We
Go
got to
listen
update our brand.
Go listen to We're Not Wizards if you like board games. But for that, again, podcast, we're all good. That's the episode. Oh, no, it's not. Who are you? Who are me? Who are
Oh my
I?
gosh. We nearly forgot.
Who are we?
It was so scary.
We have to cameo each other in at each other's throats.
We're in the TV movie.
Oh, yes.
Obviously.
100%.
Obviously.
We're a couple who is murdered or something, you know.
Yeah.
I'm eating spaghetti like in the dog movie.
Oh. Lady and the Tramp?
We're eating spaghetti and then our heads get cut off.
They use the spaghetti to wrap around our necks like piano wire.
Yes.
That's some al dente spaghetti.
That's some not fragile spaghetti at all. How'd they do it, folks?
Vampire powers.
Yeah. They're able to like make it stronger. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, we're in it.
See what I just did? I just made that way grosser and scarier than it needed to be.
No, it's fun though. You did it so fast. It is frightening.
It scares me.
Your brain works in mysterious ways that
I try and...
I think your brain is always thinking of ways to kill you. So that you can avoid them. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, well, I've got to make sure we
I don't
cook
wanna
the
be
spaghetti.
killed by spaghetti guillotine? That's not what is it called with the piano wire situation?
It's just like choked.
It has a name, but I don't
No, I
remember.
have no idea. I
Okay.
don't research this shit.
know.
I'm not that morbid.
No thanks.
Wait, let me Google it real quick.
That's Moving on with our episode.
Either way, that's going to do it for this episode.
There we are.
Okay, if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at Instant Anime Pod, mentioned earlier by Sarah. Thank you so much.
We will be updating our name shortly.
We will update our name so that it's very spooky for the month, and that's where we post GIFs teasing upcoming episodes. Otherwise, the pinned tweet is the suggestion form, where if you do have a spooky song, a non-spooky song, you just want it to be an anime, you can send it in. If you do want it to be spooky, you might have to, like, parentheses
specify.
That's a spooky one.
But if it sounds spooky, we'll know.
Yeah,
we'll know
if it sounds spooky and you've delivered it in October specifically, then hey, maybe we will know. But other than that, we have a website.
Yes, we do, and you can find it at instantannie.may. It's where we host, so it has clickable links in the description, so you can, I don't know if this has a music video or not, but you'll be able to click on the link and
maybe.
Find the song, usually on YouTube.
This does not sound like a single, though.
It doesn't.
No.
Although, if it is, and it's a creepy music video...
Oh, I'd hope so.
I would too. But
it's probably not. They're going to be like, rooftop
It gets
party.
less creepy. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But it starts strong.
Oh, what if it starts and he's on the ground floor? And it's creepy, and he's like walking into a dark.
Oh, see, and when you said on the ground, I was picturing like lying on his back with some sort of stake in his heart.
And there's a car in the background.
There's always
fire.
a car. There's always a car accident happening nearby.
There is. Hey,
there is. It's not our fault. It's in the rules.
It's just the rules of K-pop music videos. A lot of the time, you got to put a car in it, and the car is mid-accident or post-accident or pre-accident sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's there, especially if it's spooky. But either way, he's on the ground. Right after a car accident, and he enters a creepy building. And then as he gets up the building, the swelling in the song keeps going up. And then he gets up, and it's a bright day out.
See, and I was thinking the opposite. We see the end of it, and then we get to walk through how he got to the point where he is now lying on the ground.
Sure. I mean, none of those are going to be the music video.
But if it could.
It's our music
I mean, that's true. Now we're coming up with music videos. That is not probably that link in the description, but the song is there, and we have podcatchers in the sidebar, and that's where we host. So all the episodes are there.
Yeah. So,
and the suggestion form is also there if you don't use Twitter.
Again, we suggest you use it. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you have the time to leave a review for this podcast, then you're listening to it somewhere. And that somewhere has a review section where you can give it like a star rating and a little written review. You could do either of those or not. It doesn't really matter.
Or neither.
But again, if you like the show and you like what we do, then let us know. I'd love to know. Because so far, we don't know.
That's true.
But either way, thanks so much for listening, and have a spooky day.
Woo!
Bye!